What is good, y'all? Today we here with another video. Bonnie Blue officially went too far. I thought she went too far when she got gang banged by 100 niggas. Apparently she went even further than that. How far can you go, Bonnie Blue? Let's see what's happening.
15th of June, I'm going to be tied up in a glass box and open to the public. You can choose to either get involved or just walk around, watch, enjoy the show.
Like, I love the idea that I don't know who's going to be inside of me. There was times I was in doggy and I'd turn around and I would have no idea who's in the back of me. And
I don't understand what it is, bro, but these people definitely need God, bro. Jesus is needed right now because, oh my God.
I love that. That's disgusting.
Thank you. She is disgusting. You are disgusting.
Enough is enough. enough is enough.
Very
we
disgusting.
are done. This is sick. This is ridiculous. Enough is enough. OnlyFans extremist Bonnie Blue has honestly taken this to a whole nother level. These are now involving these public stunts, and all of this is tied into the conversation that I've been having on this platform and many other platforms about this one-upping culture when it comes to creating content. But it's finally backfired and kicked her in the back because OnlyFans, yes, the OnlyFans, the platform in which we say should take some charge, has finally decided to ban her from the
Bonnie Blue has been permanently banned on OnlyFans after she announced her event was going to be a petting zoo with her locked in a box. Goddamn. Where's this girl's father, bro?
platform indefinitely. Round of applause. Round of applause. Think about how bad you have to be for OnlyFans to ban you. Now, granted, they're not the fondest of the nature in which this content is went anyway. Like, they didn't want their platform to be known as this type of platform. But when you see videos like this, you have to do something.
Sorry, Daddy, but today I'm going to be stretched out a lot.
Look at all these niggas. We got my boy over here with the flipping no sock sweatpants. His little brother sweatpants. We got a dude over here who thinks he's fresh. I bet this guy fakes his confidence all the time. And we got Adam 22 at the background. Y'all don't have masks on. Damn, niggas really be desperate for pussy. That is crazy. Oh my God.
What?
Oh my God. What type of cut scene is this? What guy? This is a crazy cutscene. Okay.
Who is that one dude?
I cannot wait to be leaving here in a wheelchair. I don't know if it's medically possible to be able to take all of these.
Oh my days. Y'all
They think they looking down on me, but they looking up, thinking this gonna be my end.
I'm sorry, Shawty. I don't.
Wait a minute. Is there a little boy in the background? That kid right there in the back. Why
That
does
is
he
a
look like
kid.
he's 12?
That is Zach. 20. How old? He's 18, straight out of high school, virgin, never hit 6, and he found his first opportunity to do it. Zach.
Years old.
Zach.
Bonnie Blue had dubbed this event known as the petting zoo, and this is what she said about it, quote unquote, for 24 hours I'm all yours, tied up, gagged, bent over, begging, however you want me, you can have me, no limits, no breaks, just me in a box and ready to be used. She also said that you could come and watch and that she plans to break some sort of world record, the record that she passed with doing like 1,057 men in 24 hours. Yeah.
How does this girl not have an STD? She probably does have an STD, huh? Yeah, definitely.
Have 2,000 plus men plus the people watching. Bonnie Blue is literally the jigsaw of work. And there's some people that have been calling her out on the internet saying that this is like public exploitation, humiliation, this is sex offense. Like, you can't do this stuff in public. They're going to be harming her. Like, this is going to be taken to the furthest extent of the furthest extent. And not only is she upsetting a lot of people in the public sphere, because I think a lot of people are sick of this OnlyFans content anyway. She's also shaking the table in the content creator sphere. Other sex workers have come to talk about Bonnie Blue, disparage her for her actions and her extreme types of content. You know, famous corn star Lisa Ann has talked about, you know, when can they get Bonnie Blue banned, and ultimately when it happened, it was celebrated. And it has even been reported that Sophie Rain, one of the big dogs in the game, was a part of the team that got her banned. Sophie Rain literally stated out that it's no longer women's empowerment. This is
It was never women's empowerment, Sophie. it was never to begin with. OnlyFans is not women's empowerment. I think it's women degenerative power, unempowerment, because you are getting your bag by doing exactly the opposite of women empowerment. When we say women empowerment, is like we're looking at women from, like, not looking at them sexually or just as sex objects. But that's what you're doing, the exact opposite of that. You are basically a sex object who gets paid for sex, and that's how women have been seen in like the longest of time. Like, just somebody who bears children, pays them, pay prostitution and all that stuff, bro. So I wouldn't say it's women empowerment. It's no longer. It has never been about women empowerment. Shadi tripping as fuck, man.
Harm. She
You're not
tweeted
right, though.
out, I hope
Not
one
right,
day she
too.
realizes how much self-harm she's done. And we've seen this happen in this type of content before.
These
Lily
women are
Phillips
so
did her
delusional,
100,000
bro.
men
Delusional,
special or
bro.
whatever she did. And we saw the aftermath where she literally cried because there was no sort of satisfaction coming from satisfying all these men.
I don't know if I'd recommend it.
Why not?
I think if you're a different type of girl, it's very like, it's kind of like being a pro in a sense of like, it's just a different feeling. I don't know how to explain it. Like,
It's not like just having sex with someone.
yeah, just one in, one out. Like, it feels intense.
That's your soul, Shadi. That's your soul. That's your soul. It doesn't love it. You tainting your soul. So many niggas have a piece of your soul. So you have so many niggas' souls inside of your own soul. That's your soul crying, bro.
Like more intense than you thought it might.
Yep.
Definitely.
Nah, don't cry now. Don't cry now. Don't start crying now, man. You're not crying when you had
Lily fresh off of 100 men. Think about if
Yeah,
we
don't cry
times that
now.
by 10 and then times that by 10 again. Well, 1,000 times 10 isn't. You understand what I'm saying. This sort of thing isn't fulfilling. And it's not just us as content creators who keep our clothes on who are telling these people this.
Yeah,
it's not
nigga, I
just,
got my
audience members telling her
the
this.
fuck up.
Now it is the content creators in the same exact fields literally calling Bonnie Blue and these shenanigans out. They're talking about how she does not have to go to these extreme lengths to do sorts of content like this in order to garner some sort of audience. Literally, she could stay clothed and still pull in big amounts of money. Sophia Rain talked about how, I make more money than you and I don't do half of the extreme stuff you do. At this point, it's a level of degeneracy that nobody can even understand. And maybe I'll give Bonnie Blue some sort of pass because clearly there has to be something mentally going on up here for her to be okay with doing this. And not just her doing this, but her whole family saying that like this is okay behavior.
Hearing all these
Is that a
stories
dad?
that your daughter
Her
is saying.
moms, bro?
Part of a job, it's so that's it.
Oh,
How does it make you
L
feel?
moms. L mom, bro. Mom was a hoe back in the day, and she's proud of her daughter doing all these things. If my mom found out I was doing porn, let me not say porn. If my mom found out I was doing corn, she would have kicked me out of the house. I would have been abandoned by the whole family. I would have been homeless right now if that was the case. Yeah. Definitely a mom who was a hoe back in the day, no cap.
I'm proud of her. I don't mind.
So even when you hear, that she slept with 158 guys in, was it a week?
2 weeks.
In 2 weeks.
It's just part of a job and that's it.
So you don't have any kind
God.
of, emotional response to it?
No, at first I did, but not anymore.
So you see Bonnie, when you told your parents what you do, how did that conversation go?
I actually didn't tell her. A video got leaked. I would have always told her,
Oh
but like I'd
my
only just started,
God.
so I wasn't.
That is the worst way they should find out that you're doing this stuff, bro. That is the worst way. A leaked video is the worst way, to be honest. Like, I'd rather them catch me rather tell them than them catching me. Yeah, that must have been a very awkward day.
ready to explain why I've chose to do this job. And you sort of had somewhere explaining it. My sister explaining to my mum.
Right, how did you react to that?
I was gutted at first. I really was. It was shock.
Look, I know your kid is your kid, but there becomes a point in time where it's not just your job, it's not just whatever, it's about their health, safety, and well-being. She should be on some sort of conservatorship because the actions that she's depicting are insane. I think what she's doing has strayed away from women empowerment, sex work conversations, and even though I was critical of those conversations in the first place, I
don't get it. How is that women empowerment? How is accepting prosy and sex work, how is that women empowerment? Like, I don't get that.
Believe that there is some room and realm for work to exist in the United States, in the world, whatever the case may be. But what she is doing lacks humanity. I'm seeing clips of her putting on fake stunts where she's either getting arrested or whether she's being tied down by a bunch of men, you know, playing in sort of the sickest fantasies of people where they are literally taking your human element out of your body and treating you as some sort of instrument or tool. And maybe that's what she is, but there's no way that we can say that this is some sort of women empowerment conversation when then you turn yourself into an object.
Well, I'm actually doing my own theatre next month.
Oh,
so
yeah.
maybe you could come to that and you see the amount of men that pay to watch me be in a glass cage for 24 hours.
To do what in a glass cage?
Well, I'll just be like a zoo animal. They can come if they want to f me, they can f me. If they just want to stare at me, they're welcome to. But I'm going to be tied up in a glass box for a couple of days, and my body is for everyone. It's happening in June.
So you're going to get paid to be in a box and just let anyone do whatever they want to you?
Yeah,
And
well, obviously I get paid once I make the video, but the actual act is completely free. I'm not saying, oh my God, for you to see me naked, you've got to pay loads of money. No, it's free of charge. Anybody can come.
Is there like a limit or a certain standard of man that can be around you?
No,
Or
as long as
inside
they're
of
of
you?
legal age, like anybody and everybody's welcome. I don't discriminate. Whether you're fat, skinny, small, big, anyone.
Out of the 1,000 men, there was a lot of barely legal boys. Do you not have a problem with the fact that they're literally borderline underage?
No, because they're 18.
But they're still children.
Yeah, but they're 18.
What if he was 17?
Wow.
Well, then no, because that'd be illegal.
Would you still, if it wasn't on camera?
No.
No, so your limit is 18 years
Yeah.
old, but they are still...
I'd happily take someone like on their 18th birthday, like no problem.
How
because
old are
they're
you?
18, 25.
Now, believe it or not, Bonnie Blue goes on.
There's not any amount of shame in this woman, bro. This woman has no shame at all, and it's messing up with the spirit, bro. She's pretending not to give a fuck. I'm telling y'all, this woman has no shame. Crazy.
To say that she is providing a safe place for these 18-year-olds to, you know, get off their sick fantasies or have sex with her for the first time because it's a better environment than them, you know, experiencing normal sex with some young woman. This is the empowerment that she's talking about.
You are confused, or you don't know, or you might someone's in a dead-end job and they think they're going to look at you and might consider, okay, maybe I should just sell my body. It's the easy way out, and I'll just be off too. That's not a great example to set for any person. And as a woman, you should try, especially a woman who has a platform that you have now, you should try and do something to help women, to uplift women, to make us feel secure, to make us feel safe, and to make us feel empowered. Whereas you just say, actually, we're not empowering, just lay down and be a wet rag for everyone, and that's it.
Yeah, well, I'm saying, oh, don't worry about having sex with your husband. I'll do it for you. I'm saving people a job.
But you're not, actually, because you're ruining people's marriages. Why would you want to someone's husband?
If their husband wants to sleep with me and not talk about it with their wife, their marriage is already There's nothing to do with me.
Bonnie Blue is...
I think she's playing a role. I think she's playing a role in that interview. She's trying to look like she doesn't care what she's doing. But you know inside, that soul is in pain. She's crying. That soul is in pain. I'm telling you.
Opened up a whole different conversation about what is pure work, what is not pure work. And I don't understand how we even gotten down that path, especially when she shouldn't even be considered into this work conversation. When we're looking at work as a whole in society and these sexualized conversations, I think things have gotten way too far. Every time I see a new picture of the latest Sexy Red photo or Sabrina Carpenter album, it's no longer about sales. It's depravity. It's the lowest of the low. Sabrina Carpenter's new album's cover is like her inferring that she's some sort of a dog for a man. It's not that. It's, yo, she's empowered as a woman. And
I have a theory that they want to make women feel like that's all they can offer, sex, and it's working. That's why all these influencers are pushing the same thing. That's why all these celebrities are pushing the same thing. They're trying to make these women think that all they can offer is sex. And I don't think what's happening in this world right now is actually women empowerment. I think it's mostly what it does is they just degrading themselves each and every single time they do this. There's literally no empowerment because you don't see guys like sexualizing themselves except for Duke Dennis. But you don't see you don't see guys sexualizing themselves like that for real. Like the way they do it, nah. Even Duke Dennis doesn't go that far, bro.
and she's sexy and she's true in her sexual identity, it's literally conditioning people to be okay with this extreme level of. And now we're getting to the point where it's no longer even subtly pushed. We're getting to the point where it is just overtly pushed onto people to the highest levels of extreme. There's one TikTok that I came across of the Chick-fil-A girl. You probably have seen her before, right?
And then can I also have barbecue sauce? Or do you have like a buffalo sauce?
What the heck is going on?
No Chick-fil-A sauce? No Chick-fil-A sauce. So you want a barbecue sauce? Yes.
That's Gina Lynn, seemingly innocent content creator on the internet. And when people found out her age, they did what people normally do on the internet, which I think is just the strangest thing with these young women, is force them into OnlyFans, force them into the OnlyFans conversation, keep suggesting that they're gonna do OF, keep sexualizing them even if they didn't do anything.
There is speculation going around that the Chick-fil-A sauce girl is going to start an OF, and I'll put my 2 cents on this. I agree. I think she genuinely might go down that road. She has been posting herself in skimpier and skimpier outfits. I think 2 posts ago she posted herself in this really revealing like club dress that she was in. And she knows what she's doing, obviously. She sees the comments. Everybody's like, oh, when's she gonna drop the OF? When's she gonna drop the OF, you know? And somebody said, I bet $20 by the end of May she drops it. Now, you might say, oh, God forbid a girl just wants to show off her body T. And it's like, yeah, but when you start progressively doing it and you keep seeing these reoccurring comments where people are like, oh yeah, when's she gonna drop the OF? You know what you're doing.
How can somebody say that this is normal behavior? Not the girl dropping a club dress or a bathing suit or, I don't know, a tube top because it's the summertime. No, not her. I'm talking about the countless men or countless women or countless faceless accounts who sit here, wait for these underage girls to turn 18 years old and push onto them. And I promise you it gets younger and younger and younger. These girls are getting sexualized younger and younger every
That's
single
what happened to Bad Baby, bro. Apparently, remember when her OnlyFans dropped, bro? I think she made like 50 mil in a day, bro. So many horny niggas on the internet willing to spend money, yo guys, we might just start scamming these people, guys. We should create like AI girls and create OnlyFans for them and just scam these dudes who pay for this stuff, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's a good idea.
Day on the internet, and it's absolutely disgusting. Hell, Bow Wow's daughter at the BET Awards the other day got sexualized because of the dress that she's wearing, and it's almost like the community at large, the people that consume this content, can't just keep to themselves. Ultimately, this shit is detrimental to young girls at the end of the day, whether it is Bonnie Blue who is pushing this over sexualized degenerate content or Sabrina Carpenter. This is harmful.
You are destroying young women's lives. Seriously. So as of recently, I've been bombarded with men in my comment section saying that I'm gonna start an OF, and I already addressed this. I do not plan on starting an OF, and I'm not starting an OF. As most of you know, I turned 18 in August of last summer.
That's crazy, bro.
Niggas,
she's not even 18.
I started being more comfortable in my outfits and stuff. And for some reason, a lot of these men think that that's a suggestion that I'm starting a OF. At first, I was going to ignore it, but I'm angry now. Like, I'm actually really angry now. It's very hard for me to post anything anymore without feeling like an object, feeling like this is all that I am. And if it's not that, it's you're getting fat, you're not funny, you're falling off. Give me a break.
Reason why you are
That's why I'm saying this whole OnlyFans craze is not women empowerment. Look how she's feeling, bruh. That is not how you empower a woman, by saying you must start OnlyFans. Like, I don't understand this whole thing.
Being seen as an object is because there are people on the other end, the Bonnie Blue end, that are literally making themselves objects, and they're okay with it. They're normalizing these conversations. Now, I do think that the men in these conversations are disgusting, are bad, or whatever the case may be. They're deplorable. They're the ones that are waiting for Billie Eilish to turn 18, Bad Baby to turn 18, you know, all these minors to turn these specific ages so that they can be and it be justified because they're 18. Like, that shit is weird. But nonetheless, there are women on the other end, the Sabrina Carpenters of the world, the Bonnie Blues of the world, the Lily Phillips of the world, who are playing into it and becoming the literal objects of these men's sick, depraved fantasies. There needs to be some sort of reckoning day. I'm glad OnlyFans did step up and step in, but
yeah, bro, that's why I don't think that these people actually are the ones who are doing this. I feel like they're controlled by people to push this agenda onto people. That's just my opinion, guys. Make sure you guys click subscribe, guys. I got a new mic. Well, this is my mic. Okay, let's just click subscribe, bro.